Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another episode of Business Solutions Academy by JD Young Technologies. My name is Ken Lane, and in this episode, we're going to be learning about getting to know more about your organization's network and devices through independent IT auditing. So to do this, we'll be speaking once again with Damon DoRemus. Damon is the Chief Information Officer at JD Young Technologies and heads up the Managed Network Services Division. So Damon, thank you once again for taking the time to speak with us.
Thanks for having me.
So Damon, when we talk about an IT audit of a company or an organization's network or devices, what is this necessarily, and what does it all entail?
So it encompasses a lot. And whenever we do an audit or an assessment of an organization's IT infrastructure and network infrastructure, we actually go through and we don't just scan the network. We actually, in some cases, physically touch every device that's on the network: computers, phones, desktops, servers, routers, switches. Anything that's on that network is a potential either threat to the network or an asset that we need to manage. So we do scans of automated scans through the network, and then again, maybe go touch everything, because we need to know everything that's connecting to that network so that we can determine how old is it in support, is it still under warranty, does it need updates to it, does it have security holes. There's just a lot there. If you think about an organization as they build through time, it's pretty common that, we buy one computer and then we buy three and then we buy five more, and then nothing happens for a while, and then maybe there's one that's still connected to the network that we don't really use anymore, but it's still connected. It was a previous employee's, and so these additional layers that happen to a business over time creates slowness and security issues on the network. So whenever we go through and we do an assessment or this audit, we're actually determining everything that's connected, how it's connected, and how we can support it moving forward.
So we kind of touched on this just in that last question there. So you're saying it's very important to scan each device. Why exactly would it be important to hit each device? Isn't there a way to maybe uncover all the inefficiencies and vulnerabilities and IT issues from like some big centrally located scan? What is the necessity of hitting every single device?
Well, just because you run the scan does not necessarily mean it's going to tell you everything about that device. Not all devices are going to report back everything about them that you need to know. A common thing that we see is when we do scans, we see older copiers, older printers that actually have web servers inside them. And they have web servers inside them so that you could administrate them. Well, that's cool, but it can also be a security concern. So we need to go look and see what all these things are, rather than just trusting that the ones and zeros kicked us back what we really needed to see.
Okay. So if somebody wanted to proceed with an IT audit, from JD Young Technologies, what would those next steps kind of look like?
So we would need admin logins to the server and preferably the router as well. But we come over on site and we run scan tools on the network to identify all of the devices on the network. Then we physically walk around and look at all the devices as well. We look for other devices that may not be connected right now, but would be in the future: wireless, phones. We talked about copiers, printers, not just computers, servers, and desktops and laptops, but anything else that might be connected. It's not uncommon that we walk into an office and we find other stuff that the client didn't even know was connected to the network. Say a Nest video camera in somebody's office, maybe an Xbox sitting under somebody's desk. There's lots of things that might be on the network that they're not aware of. So it's important for us to go through and look at everything and see how it interacts.
Okay. Well, thank you, Damon, for taking the time to talk with us again today about IT audits from JD Young Technologies. And if you viewing have any more questions about network and device audits, there will be a way to reach out to a JD Young Technologies Managed Network Services expert on the page where you found this video. Thanks again, Damon.
Thanks.